us a new concept, that is simple pendulum. Actually, in a simple pendulum, there are few terms that you must know, because if we don't know these terms, we cannot define the time period and the oscillation of a pendulum. So, for example, in a pendulum, we have a fixed support. So, this is the fixed support, and with this fixed support, there is a length of thread that is hanging. It hangs because of the process, or we can say because of the action of gravity. Now, there is a thread, and to this thread there is a small metal object that is placed. Now this metal object is known as the bob. It can either be a metal or any metal, or either be a stone or any metal object. Now this is the standard position of a pendulum. Now when the pendulum is at rest, that means it is not moving, so we say it is at the mean position. So this position is known as the mean position. And when you have when the bob or when the object is at mean position, we say it is at rest. Now when it comes to the either side of the pendulum, we say it is at the maximum distance. Suppose it comes here, and on the right side it goes till here. Now when it goes to the extreme sides, so the name comes like the extreme position. So this is the extreme position, and this is also the extreme position. At the center point we have the mean position, and on the either sides we have the extreme position. So you can always show in the dotted lines. So in a simple pendulum, you must always know that there will be always one mean position and there will be two extreme positions. Now let us name these positions. First extreme position is point A, then the mean position is B, and the extreme position is C. Now when you have got certain terms like the extreme positions, mean positions, and then we have a bob, you must now describe what is the time period. Time period of a pendulum, but before time period you must know what is the oscillation of a time period. So whenever the bob goes to the extreme position, and when you always leave the bob, it will go to the other extreme position and then come back. So this is the to and fro motion. That means the bob will go forward and then the bob will come backward. So when this to and fro motion takes place, that means we can say the pendulum is going under the periodic motion. Because periodic motion always refers to the to and fro motion, and when the object repeats the motion after a certain period of time, we say that the motion is known to be a periodic motion. Like in the case of pendulum, if we leave the bob at point A, it will go to the point B, then it will go to the point C, then again it will come to the point A, and this process will continue. So that means then the object is repeating the motion. That is why it is in the periodic motion. So now when the object is from one point and goes to the other extreme end, that is point C, and then comes back, this is known as one oscillation. That means one oscillation can be described as, we can say, when the bob is from one position, goes to the other extreme end, and then comes back to the original position, we say it is the one oscillation. And the time period that is required to go from A to B, then from B to C, and then when it comes back to A, this is known as the time period. So we can see the time period of a simple pendulum is that the time required to cover the one oscillation. And one oscillation means we can say when the bob starts from one point and comes back up to the same point, we say it has covered one oscillation. So these were the few terms in the simple pendulum. Now there are certain questions that are asked, that on which factors this time period depends. Now if you have increased the mass of this bob, if I have a 2 kg mass or if I have a 3 kg mass, in both these types of objects the time period will be same, because time period does not depend upon the mass of the object or mass of this bob. It only depends on the length of this string. Now if this length is decreased, it is small, the time period will be small, and if the length is increased, the time period will be increased. That means we can say that the time period is not dependent on the mass of the object, it is only dependent on the length of the object. That means the length from the fixed point to the bob. So this was everything about the simple pendulum. We have discussed the positions of the mean position, that is it is at rest. Then we have discussed the two extreme positions, that means it is at maximum distance from the mean position. And then we have discussed the oscillation, that means when the bob comes back covering the whole motion to the original point, it is known as one oscillation. And then we have discussed the time period. So this was everything about the simple pendulum.